Two employees of the Indian High Commission in Islamabad reportedly are missing since early morning today. Indian authorities have taken up the matter with Pakistan, and according to reports, one of the two missing personnel is a CISF security staffer. In late May, security agencies in India apprehended two staff members of the Pakistani High Commission in Delhi and accused them of indulging in espionage. Reports identify the two Pakistani staffers as Abid Hussain and Mohammad Tahir, who were working in the consular section of the Pakistani High Commission. The duo were expelled from India. They were allegedly caught with fake Indian ID papers. It was expected Pakistan would engage in a tit-for-tat expulsion over the incident, and this is perhaps what's happening right now. Earlier this month, Pakistan's ISI stationed vehicles outside the residence of Indian Charge d'Affaires Gaurav Ahluwalia to track his whereabouts and movements. In March, the Indian High Commission in Pakistan sent a strong protest note against harassment of Indian diplomatic staff. The note cited 13 instances of harassment of Indian diplomatic personnel in March itself. The note cited tailing of staff vehicles and hoax calls as forms of harassment. Okay, Major General J.K.S. Parihar also with us on the program. General Parihar, what do you make of this situation, and how precarious is this environment if Pakistan is going to be indulging in something so nefarious that two of our personnel are not to be traced? What are we looking at? How is India supposed to respond to this? Obviously, they're going to wait for the next 24 to 48 hours to wait for these personnel to come back. But what can India do at this point in time?
See that as it has already been discussed that we found that people of the embassies were caught red-handed. So since that, I was expecting that the Pakistan will definitely try to pose that the India is also doing the same activities. So this is linked with that, and obviously in this kind of a situation when our embassy people are missing, it is the responsibility of government of Pakistan to safeguard their health and other security. So our stand should be very clear, and we have to give them ultimatum, bring them back and should give us back to these two people. There has to be no other way to deal it. It has to be ruthlessly. Pakistan doesn't understand any language. It has happened with the Kulbhushan Jadhav also. A businessman was picked up from Iran and shown as a espionage. So that they have a problem in their own country, and they have nothing to do except creating this kind of a nuisance. Our stand is very clear. We have to strictly deal with the Pakistan with a strict warning and ultimatum that produce them within 6 hours or 12 hours or so. That is my perception.
Right, absolutely. And General Parihar, Pakistan obviously cannot be trusted when it comes to dealing with anything that concerns India. But at the same time, one would expect that the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations, those charters of 1961 and 1992 between these two countries, which talk about the code of conduct of treatment of diplomatic and consular personnel, will be adhered to. We arrested and sent those two individuals back to Pakistan because there was credible proof. What proof does Pakistan have?
As General Siraj has already highlighted, I also told earlier that China and Pakistan cannot be de-linked. Their activities are all linked together. And after Mr. Gaurav Ahluwalia was he was trailed by the ISI people, then we did it. So these actions were expected. Pakistan will not do anything to please India. They will take their own course of action, as they will try to extract something from them, some kind of information and other things. They will pose it as if they're ultimately, these are the diplomats, immunity have to be followed by them, and they will be returned back. But the question remains with us, how quick and how strong is our Ministry of External Affairs to act on it and give a strong message. If they are missing for 4 hours, I expect that at least at the level of secretary level, or ideally it should have been the Foreign External Affairs Minister, would have given a statement with a strict warning to the Pakistan that look, we cannot accept and tolerate this kind of a nuisance. follow the Geneva Conventions, return our embassy people immediately, otherwise face for the consequences. This is the language they understand and it has to be used. That is the only way you can safeguard the interest, health and safety of our personals in the embassies in the Pakistan. They are working under a great hostile condition. It is more than the war situation. Under that situation they work in the Pakistan to protect the Indian interest. So we have a liability, not the liability, the responsibility to their families and to the staff. And that concern has to be shown. And that is the reason that the ministry has to go forward, push this at the earliest with a very strong words. Then only you expect a quick results. Pakistan Army and ISI controls it. Pakistan External Ministry has hardly any role to decide what actions they will take it. But we have to start with our diplomatic channel with a strict warning and a strong word.
All right, General Siwach, General Parihar and Ashish, appreciate you joining us on this very important piece of information. We're going to wait and watch and see what transpires. Two of our personnel are missing, and we definitely hope that Pakistan is up to something which makes sense, because if it does not, then India will retaliate.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.